In good King Arthur's days, when we served under the king, lived a miller and a weaver and a little tailor, three thieving rogues of Lynn, three thieving rogues of Lynn, three thieving rogues of Lynn. Lived a miller and a weaver and a little tailor, three thieving rogues of Lynn. In good King Arthur's days, he was a merry king. He threw three servants out of his house, all because they wouldn't sing, all because they wouldn't sing, all because they wouldn't sing. Well, he threw three servants out of his house, all because they wouldn't sing. Now the first he was a miller, and the second he was a weaver, third he was a little tailor, three thieving rogues together, three thieving rogues together, three thieving rogues together, and the third he was a little tailor, three thieving rogues together. Now the miller he stole corn, and the weaver he stole yarn, and the little tailor he stole broadcloth, for to keep those three rogues warm, for to keep those three rogues warm, for to keep those three rogues warm. And the little tailor he stole broadcloth, for to keep those three rogues warm. Now the miller he drowned in his dam, and the weaver he hung on his yarn, and the devil put his claw on the little tailor, with the broadcloth under his arm, with the broadcloth under his arm, with the broadcloth under his arm. And the devil put his claw on the little tailor, with the broadcloth under his arm. Now the miller still drowns in his dam, and the weaver still hangs on his yarn, and the little tailor he skips through hell, with the broadcloth under his arm, with the broadcloth under his arm, with the broadcloth under his arm. And the little tailor he skips through hell, with the broadcloth under his arm. In good King Arthur's days, when we served under the king, lived a miller and a weaver and a little tailor, three thieving rogues of Lynn, three thieving rogues of Lynn, three thieving rogues of Lynn. Lived a miller and a weaver and a little tailor, three thieving rogues of Lynn. Yep, okay, I lied about one more thing. Of all the girls in our town, the dark, the fair, the red, the brown, who dance and prance it up and down, well, there's none like Nancy Dawson. Easy manner, form so sweet, foots it, trips it down the street. Her every movement is so sweet. How I love me Nancy Dawson. See how she comes to bring surprise, joy and pleasure in her eyes. To prove delight she always tries. How I love me Nancy Dawson. Her cheeks the very rose in bloom, her breath like pine trees newly hewn, each movement like a pleasant tune. How I love me Nancy Dawson. All her kings would lose their crown, to see our angels would stoop down. She's worth the ransom of the town, is me darling Nancy Dawson. In Bedlam I might find a cell, all me fellow madmen tell, Dawson's in a folly fell, bewitched by Nancy Dawson. Of all the girls in our town, the dark, the fair, the red, the brown, who dance and prance it up and down, there's none like Nancy Dawson. In Newry Town, where I was bred and born, St. Stephen's Green, where I died in scorn, I served my time at the saddler's trade, and I always was a roving blade. At 17 I took a wife, I loved a dear as I loved my life, and to maintain a fine and gay, a robin went on the King's Highway. I never robbed no poor man yet, nor any tradesman caused I to fret. I robbed both lords and ladies gay, and returned home from the King's Highway. I robbed Lord Goldring, I do declare, and Lady Mansell in Grosvenor Square. I shut the shutters, bid them good night, and returned home to me heart's delight. To Covent Garden I made my way, with my blooming wife to view a play, where Fielding's gang did me pursue, taken I was by that cursed crew. My father cried, I am undone, my mother wept for her darling son. My wife, she tore her golden hair, what shall I do? I'm in deep despair. And when I'm dead and in my grave, a costly funeral let me have. 6 highwaymen to carry me, give them broadswords and sweet liberty. Oh, 6 pretty fair maids to bear my pall, give them white ribbons and ribbons all. And when I'm dead, they'll speak the truth, he was a wild and a wicked youth, wicked youth, wicked youth, wicked youth. Keep your picture by the table, you always love to eat. When I close my eyes I see you, sitting in your favourite seat. We'd met in the Rondi Cafe, with the cups and the smoke and the steam. Nothing stays the same in this life, I see changes all of the time. And biking was your passion, you and your dad just like kids, took for granted, hardly noticed all that your man did. That's the way that it was, we knew our place. We would wash, we would cook, we would clean. Nothing stays the same in this life, I see changes all of the time. And we found ourselves as a family, it was there in the blink of an eye. No longer just we two, no longer just you and I. And we worked to give them all that we could, the best that we could bring. Nothing stays the same in this life, I see changes all of the time. And we worked all through their childhood with aluminium, asbestos and lead. Work was dangerous, work was dirty, but that was just what you did. I would put my mind to anything for my family if I chose to. Nothing stays the same in this life, I as he changes all of the time. This estate has grown up around me. 60 years I've lived in this place. Eat alone but talk to your picture and imagine that smile on your face. Don't need a paper to tell me no lies. See it with my own eyes. Nothing stays the same in this life as he changes all of the time. Now my life is filled with rainbows that I knit and stitch and sew. Make money for others, but there's one thing I know. If I get a bill and just can't pay, they can sing for another day. Nothing stays the same in this life as he changes all of the time. Nothing stayed the same in this life. I made changes all of the time. Courted brisk young Mary. Mary was buxom, gay and airy. Harry was countrified as can be. His manners were rough, his wits were muddy. When Harry first beheld his love, the sweetest of words he then did move her. For to be coy was but a folly, let us be wed. What says your Molly? Molly replied with smiles like Venus, but there's still something there between us. Wary of cups of china, metal, canister, milk, pot, stand and kettle. Well, I've got kits and bowls and dishes, enough to supply me wants and wishes. A 3-footed pot and a good brass kettle, Molly, what mean? Yeah, by china metal. Well, I've got cows to milk and fodder, full of goods, one kind or other. I'll thresh in my barn, you'll set the spin, and Molly, I think it's a good beginning. Well, I will not rise to wash your linen, nor will I sit at thy wheel spinning. I'll lie in my bed till it's 11, says Harry, oh grant me patience, kind Evan. Well, I've got kits and bowls and dishes, enough to supply me wants and wishes. So I'll go to Marjorie, way down in the valley, make her me wife, so fare thee well, Molly. When Molly she saw her love was losing, sweetest of words she then caressed him. Oh, why to deny you, only to try to turn your way back, I'll never deny you. was on one Whitsun Wednesday, 14th day of May, when we untied our anchor. So we sailed away, where the sun do shine glorious. To Lisbon we were bound, where the hills and dales was dainted with pretty maidens all around. There I beheld a pretty fair maid in a bloom of years, making much lamentation. Eyes was filled with tears. Fare thee well, my best time lover, to thee it is well known. So marry me, O William, and leave me not alone. Oh no, my dearest Polly, do not go with I, where the soldiers they lie bleeding. Is a dismal sight, where the fifes and drums are beaten to hide the dismal cries. So stay at home, Polly, and do not go with I. Pray do not talk of danger, love is my desire. And in the field of battle, where you spend your time, I've travelled far through France and Spain, all for to be a bride. So marry me, O William, I'd lay down by your side. But if I should meet a pretty fair maid, proper, tall and gay, and if I should lie a fancy on her, Polly, what would you say? Would you not be offended? Oh no, me lover true, I'd stand aside, oh William, watch your lays along with you. It was on one Whitsun Wednesday. Now as I walk down by the seaside, all for to take my leisure, well, a little sailor I espied, and I loved him without measure. He'd a jacket blue and trousers too. I loved him without measure. Says he, my dear, if you'll prove true, then I never will deceive you. Now when 3 long years were past and gone, poor girl, how she kept weeping. Well, to think a sailor was untrue, and his promise was not keeping. As she walked down by the seaside, well, she happened to discover a ship lie broached off Portsmouth Beach, aye, and on it was her lover. Well, he quickly anchored all on shore with his great store of riches. She went to meet him on the plain, and he gave her sweetly kisses. Says he, my dear and turtle dove, since you have proved so constant, well, to church we'll go, aye, and married be, and we'll say no more about it. Then hand in hand to church they went, aye, and married were next morning. Now he lives at home with his Polly dear, no more to cross the ocean. To those thoughts, all never unspoken, due to friendships never returned, and savour the kindness of those good friends who abide in us further down this road. Further down this road, I see you again. Life treats you further down this road. Further down this road, I see you again. Companions and strangers, this hour of a parting, we tumble headlong down paths that we chose. The sound of your laughter makes leaving so much harder further down this road. Further down this road, I see you again. Be no mind to the way life treats you further down this road. Wishes were fond as you greeting. The touch of your hand, it lingers in my mind. Though happy to meet, there's sorrow in the leaving. Further down this road, further down this road, I see you again. Be no mind to the way life treats you. Further down this road, further down this road, I see you again. further down this road. Further down this road, I'll see you again. In all mind to the way life treats you. Further down this road. Further down this road, we'll be strangers no more. Now everyone that knows us, every Tom and Dick and Jack, all knows I'll never carry nout, 'cause I'll have to carry it back. I can't be fuddled with carrying nout, and it's not so very strange. But when I met the best of mice, that all had to change. Every morning me mam would fix me bait and wrap it in the news, and I would go off to me work and stuff it in me trousers. Now every bogger carries their bait in a great big strong bait tin. But what's the point of carrying out something you've already brung in? Among all the mice he was a prince, and he might have ate me bait. But I've wined and dined with kings and queens on his tail ever since. Now all the old pit lads would laugh and jibe us at me log. Eat us hungry beasts all in the dark, in the places that you've dug. You'll need something stronger now, me son, if you want to keep your grub. But I'd always hated being bogged down by carrying in a bait tin. Never picky about me grub, but loved me onions and cheese. You can always get quite peckish when you're hewing on your knees. And when I came to get me bait, the middle had been eaten. How was I to know that mouse was so very fond of reading? Among all the mice he was a prince, and he might have ate me bait. But I've wined and dined with kings and queens on his tail ever since. I was not pleased, I cursed, I swore in me hunger and me anger. We've got a crafty un right here, but I will be much craftier. You can keep your claws off me bait, I'll keep me grub from harm. Next shift I tied it up both ends inside me jacket's arm. Come bait time found me sandwich had a first class window. How the bloody hell did he get in, the shifty little bleeder? Still chowing me bait, he tells all his friends his adventures like Houdini. I wasn't going to be beaten, Vidi Vici et Vini. Among all the mice he was a prince, and he might have ate me bait. But I've wined and dined with kings and queens on his tail ever since. So I wrapped me bait in shot wire, hung it 10 feet off the ground. I was never going to be whipped by this mousy James Bond. I dreamt of him up sailing in and falling on the deck. And if I didn't kill him then, I would have wrung his bloody neck. Among all the mice he was a prince, and he might have ate me bait. But I've wined and dined with kings and queens on his tail ever since. And sure enough he'd been there first, with his little teeth and tail. If I'd left the food nailed down, then he would have eaten all the nails. I couldn't leave myself to this fate. I was losing too much weight. Despite myself, instead of waiting, I bought a bloody bait tin. Among all the mice he was a prince, and he might have let me bait. But I've wined and dined with kings and queens on his tail ever since. After all these years I think about that paratrooper mouse. I've a soft spot and I'm fond of him, and with him I have no grouse. I didn't stay down in the pit, I knew I'd be a goner. I knew that it was time to go when I saw a mouse can opener. Among all the mice he was a prince, and he might have let me bait. But I've wined and dined with kings and queens on his tail ever since. Of an old miser in London did dwell, and a one and only fine daughter that a sailor loved well. As soon as the old man he was out of the way, she's along with her sailor boy by night and by day. Her father, well, he heard of this news. Down to Somerset captain he immediately goes. Say, Captain, noble captain, good news I have to tell. I have got a young sailor boy as a transport to sell. What will you give me? The old miser he says, I'll give you 7 guineas and I'll take him straight away. Well, I will take him, I will send him far over the main, and he never will return to court her again. When that the lady she heard of this news, down to that same captain she immediately goes, saying, Captain, noble captain, bad news I have to tell. You have taken my sailor boy, he's a lad I love so well. Hand in a pocket, pulled out handfuls of gold. Down on that main table, 100 she's throwed, saying, Captain, noble captain, I will give you much more. If you'll give me my sailor boy, he's a lad I do adore. No, says the captain, no such a thing. I've taken your fond lover, send him far o'er the main. Well, I have taken your fond lover, send him far o'er the main, and he never will return to court you again. bother, cursed be he. For knowing me own heart is quite ruined me. Well, I will go unto me little cot and I'll lay myself down. Oh, and all through this long night for William I'll mourn. Strength of a union will guide us all. Some say the meek shall inherit the land, but the meek shall be weak until they understand. If they come for you in the morning and they're knocking at your door, then they will come for me in the evening. Of that you can be sure, oh, that you can be sure. I believe in the union, it's easy to see. I believe in the simple philosophy. If we don't stand together, we stand all alone. It's then they'll come and pick you up one by one. If they come for you in the morning and they're knocking at your door, then they will come for me in the evening. Of that you can be sure, oh, that you can be sure. It's the price you pay for freedom and liberty. If they come for you in the morning and they're knocking at your door, then they will come for me in the evening. Of that you can be sure, oh, that you can be sure. His last words on earth, I remember them well. He didn't pray to some God upon high. He said, don't weep for me, but organize. If they come for you in the morning and they're knocking at your door, then they will come for me in the evening. Of that you can be sure, oh, that you can be sure. If they come for you in the morning and they're knocking at your door, then they will come for me in the evening. Of that you can be sure, oh, of that you can be sure. When you tell two down, one tap in the yard. Had to watch for your dad and his temper, watch for the sergeant is being so ginger, watch for the guardsman on parade, watch your back, keep all your heads paid. School taught me nothing but I learned so much. Feisty firecracker tended to the touch, swore I'd never be back again. I'd be back only God knew when. Had to watch for your dad and his temper, watch for the sergeant is being so ginger, watch for the guardsman on parade, watch your back, keep all your heads paid. The daughters of the cross gave me a safe home, far from me dad fighting women and men. The sergeant never wanted to fail, if he ever lost you threw you in jail. Had to watch for your dad and his temper, watch for the sergeant who's being so ginger, watch for the guardsman on parade, watch your back, keep all your heads paid. Strength in the cross in the dark of the smoke, guards on parade, hearts of oak, and an eye for a girl so far from home. Proud of a job but I was too young. Had to watch for your dad and his temper, watch for the sergeant who's being so ginger, watch for the guardsman on parade, watch your back, keep all your heads paid. Marchers went to the palace so grand, asking for work, no caps in their hand. Some stayed there proud of what they'd done, but the rest like me crept back to their home. Had to watch for your dad and his temper, watch for the sergeant who's being so ginger, watch for the guardsman on parade, watch your back, keep all your heads paid. Tragedy, grief and pain, without the church in me life I couldn't tell a tale. So proud of me family, each and every child, life's better now, did something right. I had to watch for me dad and his temper, watch for the sergeant who's being so ginger, watch for the guardsman on parade, watch your back, keep all your heads paid. Had to watch for your dad and his temper, watch for the sergeant who's being so ginger, watch for the guardsman on parade, watch your back, keep all your heads paid. Spread the green branches over whilst I am young. So well I like my love, so sweetly she sang. Was there ever a man in a happy state? It's be with me, Flora, Flora so fair. I'll go to me, Flora, this I will say. Tomorrow we'll be married, it wants but one day. One day, said Flora, day is to come, to be married so early. Me age is too young. Well, we'll go into service, to service we'll get. Perhaps in a few years, substance and reap. Don't go to service leaving me here to cry. Oh yes, lovely shepherd, leave you by and by. Well, they got her to service she went, to wait on a lady, which was her intent. To wait on a lady, a rich lady gay, who clothed fair Flora, Flora so fair. And a little while after, a letter he wrote, 3 or 4 lines in it to know her intent. She wrote that she lived such a contented life, she never would consent to be a poor shepherd's wife. These words and expressions pierce like a dart. I'll pluck up my spirits, cheer up my heart, seeing that Flora will ne'er write no more. Her answers convince me over and all. Well, me ewes and me lambs, bid them adieu. Burdens and baggage, leave them with you. Me sheep, crook and black dog, I'll leave them behind. Since Flora, fair Flora, so changed her mind. I've spread the green branches over whilst I am young. In the wildness of August, in the twinkling of an eye, I will come to your window, ask if your love's mine. Oh, and if you dare to answer, I'm not the one you love, I will leave you forever in the name of cruel love. In the stillness of September, autumn comes along, I will come to your window, sing you one love song. Oh, and if you dare to answer, I'm not the one you love, I will winter is upon us. The leaves have turned to dust. I will love you if I can, leave you if I must. Oh, and if there is between us no sight, no sound of love, I will leave you forever in the name of cruel love. Oh, I'd really like to stay. Oh, but I must hear you say you need me in your life. To part would cut you like a knife, and I know that you have got the same kind of love I've got for you. In the wildness of August, the twinkling of an eye, I will come to your window, ask if your love's mine, and if you dare to answer, I'm not the one you love, I will leave you forever in the name of cruel love. I will leave you forever. A smile and a dream skin powdered so much, your hand always there, me longing for your touch. You would count me to sleep round gardens and stars. These finger rhymes would always be ours, and you'd never lose the thrill. My hand held in yours, you praised each step as we walked through the shared years. And now that I find myself lost in life's lazy dream, your memory still leads me, your touch still guiding me. My father's hands, so dark, so hard, had to reach for his touch, so high, so far. And by summer's end, so soft, so white, with each passing year, could see into his eyes. And I never lose the thrill, my hand held in his touch to guide taught my hands, taught me so well. I've reached so far, my own children held. Known the look in their eyes, they stretch for the sky. Watch them grow, look me in the eye. And I'll never lose the thrill, your hand held in mine, my touch to guide you, your hands that feel so fine. Now that I find myself lost in life's lazy dream, your memory still leads me, your touch still guiding me. Became a father to the man who touched the world, took the hand of a woman, once a girl. My turn to guide you, let you sweetly rest. You held my hand first, I touched yours last. And silently we live the thrill, your hand held in mine, my turn to guide you, no longer beside me. You taught me to drift and love, life's lazy dream, run fingers through time, love those who would reach to you. My hand's so old, you're so new, there's much to learn, I'll teach you all the lessons I've earned from ones you'll never know. You'll know their touch, together we'll grow. And I'll relive the thrill, your hand held in mine, your hand to guide me, to teach me to take the time to see the world through newly opened eyes. My memory still leading you, my touch still guiding